रेडियो बुला मस्ती, आपकी मस्ती भरी फ्यूजन स्टेशन जो है फिजी देश की दिल की धड़कन। कनाडा, फिजी इंडिया को जोड़ता हुआ आपके साथ 24 आवर्स शामिल रहता है। वैंकूवर कनाडा से अनेकता में एकता की हमारी शान है। बुला मस्ती की पहचान है। सुनो रेडियो बुला मस्ती।
In a world of technology, the future is online. Tune in to www.radiobulamasi.com.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to a beautiful Saturday in Vancouver. And in Vancouver, we're doing a quick coffee, quick information session, quick chat with Pastor Netani. And we'll be chatting about Fiji, what Fiji is going through, what Fiji has been through, and what we will and what we are doing to rebuild Fiji. Pastor Netani resides in Vancouver. He has been in Vancouver for many years. He's got 6 grandkids, along with 5 boys and 6 girls. And he's originally from Laos, and he's got an array of degrees, education from various places in the world. He's been to University of Fiji. He's been to University of Canberra and Royal Road University in Victoria as well. His education ranges from environmental architecture, which is very unique. It's hard to find people like that, all the way to business management. Good morning, Pastor Netani, and I'll let you tell us a bit more about yourself, Pastor.
Well, very good morning to you, Nalin and Aisha. Thank you very much for having me on your program this morning. I would like to take this time to say good mornings and friends of Fiji and family. Firstly, Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for this time. That you've given me this morning to speak on the the appeal of the support of the GoFundMe organized by Honorary Consul to Canada, Mr. Bobby Naika, in collaboration with the Fiji Embassy in Washington D.C. and the Fiji government. And I'm so grateful, this morning. And I know that you'd like to know a little bit about Pastor Netani. I was born in Laos, yes. I was born in Lakemba, like one of the island that the TCS run through. And like I said, but I think the area that I was raised up in the gold mine in Tabo and Vatkula.
Nice.
Like I said, I grew up there, and I think there's a lot of prayer maybe in Tabo and Vatkula. They missed the cyclone this time, but like I said, it went through on the other side.
So on the other side this time, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but my background is I grew up in the gold mining area in Vatukula, and and I moved into Canada in the late 70s to join my family in Canada.
A long time here.
It's quite a while. It's only seems like yesterday.
You must have had an interesting time to feel that way. And Pastor, you're also the director for community outreach in the city of Surrey, right? Tell us a little bit more about that as well.
Well, like I said, the other time that when we came into Canada 20 years ago again, by then I was married, and we have 8 kids in Fiji, and the 9th one was born here in Canada. So we established a church here in Surrey. So from the church, developed the community service based, and throughout Surrey and throughout the Low Mainland to our Fijian community. We started off with our Fijian community from the church, reaching out to the Fijian community, and to that ripples up to the Fiji Day celebrations. That it goes from from how we can help not only the Fijian community within the Low Mainland, we try to help out as much as we can, even at when there's something happening happen back home. We try to help back home as well. So like I said, so that's how we started off this this community, event, from there onwards.
So it'll be right to say that during your time from 1970s till now, you have helped kept the spirit of Fiji alive in Canada and kept people educated about what Fiji is, what Fiji is about, and how good the people of Fiji are, right?
Well, I tried my very best, Nalin. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
the things like I've learned from those who are ahead of us. I mean, like I said, even I look at Mr. Naika Senior,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Raj Pillay, and then
Mm-hmm.
I look at my uncle-in-law who was the first consul here in Canada, who was nominated by Ratu Sir Mara, Princess Mara, like
Mm-hmm.
in the
Nice.
70s,
Yeah.
Joe Kamali, and my dad, and so and then the Fiji seniors up in Burnaby. So I still remember that as a young guy, and then like I said, you know what, and that spirit, that momentum, continue to build within me
Mm-hmm.
of if they can love Fiji the way they are, then and the bond that I've seen in them, and I said, you know what, why can't we do the same thing? Those aunts, they built Fiji. They came here. The spirit of Fiji, Fiji and Fijians in them,
Mm-hmm.
they are still here. The unity is one. And I said, you know what? If they can do it way back in the 60s and the 70s, they came into Canada. Why can't we do it? The spirit of Fiji now.
Absolutely. With all the tools that are now available to us, it should make it that much easier, right?
That's right. That's correct.
Now, Pastor, you have seen Fiji transform through last few decades. It has gone through a lot of changes. Tell us about how you have seen the Fiji government and what Fiji has come through in the last decade, all the progress and the changes that you have seen Fiji go through.
I'll take us back a little bit back, Nalin, since 1970 when Fiji gained its independence,
Mm-hmm.
1970.
Nice.
Like I said, looking at the leadership of the Mara government,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yep.
stability and the respect and the build of communal community as Fiji as one.
Mm-hmm.
He built that platform
The
out
mentality,
of the
yeah.
circumstances matter.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, the in between. I mean, like I said, I don't have to say anything more about that. You and I know, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, and then the people know. But like I said, unfortunate, so things do happen. And like I said, it took us back. We took 20 20 years ahead, and then took us back 30 years back.
Absolutely.
And then I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the now government, the Fiji first government. I'm so grateful. And then,
That's true.
the past decade, I must say that I saluted Honorable Frank and his team, for what he's been doing to the country as a whole, and
Mm-hmm.
Fiji
100%. Yeah.
first, Fiji for Fijians, and reminded me of our dear brother, Fayaz Khan song, we are one, we are one, and then that's it. I always commended him. I told him, I said, brother, thank you so much for for singing into our hearts for all Fijians, because we Fijians, we need to hear this, because united we stand, divided we fall.
Divided
We
for.
are one.
That is very, very true, and thank you for reinforcing that. That is very true. Fiji has always believed in staying united. It always had a family-oriented environment. Whenever we lived in Fiji, it always seemed like wherever you go, whichever part of Fiji you go, it was always a whole family that you were traveling along. It was not a country, and let's get back to where we were at that point. And another thing I'm very proud of, and I'm pretty sure, Pastor, you would be too, Fiji stands with one of the few countries in the world that can proudly say their managing of the COVID-19 situation was second to none. That government had done a great job when it came to controlling and taking management of COVID-19 in Fiji.
One of the safest country in the world today is Fiji. Like I said, this can be globally, will be heard worldwide from Radio Masti right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fiji and any tentative listeners globally,
Mm-hmm.
Fiji is one of the safest, or maybe the safest place, for the COVID free right now in Fiji. I
Mm-hmm.
was speaking to the Minister of Health, about 4 weeks ago. He's a cousin of mine, Dr. Wanganambete. And then
Yes.
I just commended him, and I told him, I said, thank you so much for what you're doing, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, because I'm so thankful that Mr. Banmarama can and Mr. Kuyum can see the best can be slotted into the right position, like who can lead. And Dr. Wanganabete was a young, like Fijian who like a very highly qualified surgeon, like and then like former superintendent of a CWM hospital. Then they brought him to become the minister of health, like trained in New Zealand. And then that's something that I always said, if the way that they're doing right now, I'm not surprised. Like 2022 comes, they will take another lead for another 4 years. I'm just looking at the history of what they're doing, because they are for the grassroots people, and they are the people that really, like their heart, to make sure that that they join their hearts together, and their hands, they really make it dirty to put it on the ground and be dirty with them.
That is true, and it is shown in various projects that Fiji has done and how they've managed it. They've done a great job, and it's very commendable. It was not an easy journey for them, and it is not easy now as well. But they're doing an excellent job keeping that up, right? Now, Pastor, let's talk about the elephant in the room, TC Yasser. You have been very intimately involved in that. What is your evaluation on the damage? What has it done? Which part of Fiji has the damage been done to? And what do you think the rebuild process of that will be?
Well, personally, like I said, from past experiences, I can only speak from my past experiences and of what, what we can see, from here onward. See, taking us back, I can always thinking of taking us back in way back in the early 70s when Hurricane Bibi strike Fiji. I remember I was a young guy. I was a young guy in Fiji, and I remember I said, wow, how it torn through. That's what, the second year after the independence of our of our first government. But like I said, the help, like I said, everybody rebuilt. Within the community, everybody help each other in the community. So, and then, like I said, before the government comes in. But see, now it is different. See, the government is proactive now. They have global networking, global ties to big brothers from Australia and New Zealand. And then I'm so grateful to that. And like I said, and I can see that, even though when the storm, cyclone, tore through Fiji, it doesn't not it said, okay, maybe I'll go through Tawua and Ba area now this year. Maybe next year I'll go through Kandavu, or come down that way to the Lau group, or from Vonolebo down this way. But like I said, I say this all the time. When it rains to everybody. When it floods to everybody. So when it's cyclone comes through Fiji, it's for all Fijians. So like I said, when it's tore through the Pacific, the northwest and Honolulu, Lambasa, Mbua and Takonrabe and Lau for this TCS. Like I said, this is the route that it took. Like I said, for us, like I said, I'm so thankful to the Fiji government. I'm so thankful to the Fiji government to see some of the stats that they were brought to my attention. And I said, they like I said, after 31 days of TCS has come through, 15 days they were out there, donating 20,000 food ration packs, distributed already 20,000 ration packs. 895 families received the vegetable seedlings already, and 17,000 of non-food items distributed, including shelters and hygiene kits to other relief items to the areas where the cyclone has gone through. And I'm so thankful to the Fiji government now for the 161 roads has been reopened again.
Wow!
I'm like I said, those are some of the things. Like I'm saying, the proactive of the Bainimarama government, and I'm so thankful to him, and his team. And the 4 jetties prepared, because I know I was born in Lakemba, and I know that jetty, like I said, things like this definitely is gonna go. So the 4 jetties have been prepared, and I'm so grateful that they have mobilized almost 300 personnel, NGOs, CSOs in the whole area of the relief in Honolulu, Lau, and Lomaviti. Like I said, this is where the TCS's route for this nowadays, the past one. So, and I'm so grateful that that they have mobilized 5 vessels right now in this devastated area of Tisiasa.
That is, just to put in perspective what 150 roads, 4 jetties, and 5 vessels means. It is taken out to the communities that rely only on these roads for their survival. These jetties are the only means of getting food and supplies to them. There is no detour for them. There is no second road or second option for them. These are the main arteries for these communities to get their supplies and their livelihood. And when we talk about seedlings and getting all the seeds out to them, there is this only source of income. They plant, they cultivate the land with these seeds, and that's how they survive. That's how important it is, and it is commendable for the Fiji government to take only or less than 15 days to get all this help out to them, to actually go to action, call to action as soon as as soon as the TC Yasa safely allowed them to. That is very, very commendable. And there will also be a lot of economical impact on this as well. And it will not only be for a few months, couple of years, it could be generations, because now somebody going to school, depending on this community going to school, will probably have to step back from school, help their family in their farms, in their land, rebuild that, and that progress of that community now is taken back one generation.
That's very true. Like I said, Nalin, like I said, you know what you said, like I said, for us who live in the mainland, Vitilevu,
Mm-hmm.
you know, lucky, like I said, I must say that you're not, no, I don't have to say lucky. I think we're blessed because of the artery
100%.
of mode of transportation is roads.
Mm-hmm.
We have good roads in Vitilevu, and they have good roads too in Vunolevu. But to get from Vitilevu to Vunolevu, the only two ways you can get there is by boat or by air.
Yeah, but yeah.
And then like I said, most of our people goes by boat because like it's of the price, it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, and then going from the mainland to Lomeviti, the Lomeviti group, and to the Lau group, there is no other way. But like I said, the best way there, the cheaper way is by boat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I said, so and yes, and like I said, we are I'm very, very like also like happy to and commendable to the Fiji First government of what they are doing, like how they mobilize their team in within 15 days, like they were like put the strategic like think tank to go and analyze the the problems,
Mm-hmm.
come back to to the meeting place, and they said these are the key areas. These like like different colors, like red code. They need like really like places
Nice.
that they're like really
Mm-hmm.
they're like the highest that they need to attend to, and then the orange is like the amber, and then like the green, like I said, like area gray area that we need But see like how they mobilize it, how they deploy their team. I must say, and even like I said, even to see the deputy prime minister, like Honorable Fayaz, and he was in the Mbua area. I was walking through with all what he's been doing, and I see him like in the villages, like analyzing and talking to the people, and like sitting down and hearing them, and then after that, not only hearing them, like one thing is hearing them, and then another thing is like the hands of the donations and gifts landed on the doorstep, like that day or the following day. To me,
Mm-hmm.
that is very highly commendable.
That
And
is
then
actually.
some of them sleeping in the villages. Some of those ministers sleeping in the villages. Those are very commendable. Like I said, I must say that, like I said, they're working from their, not only hard, but they're working from their heart.
Mm-hmm.
They can feel the heartbeat of the our people. And I'm so, so grateful for that. And then, like I said, and I know it's generational. Like I said, now, like, I mean, like I said, we have to pray to the Almighty Man upstairs, like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe to redivert the TC like to somewhere else, or even maybe throw it to the open ocean in the South Pacific, but not
Amen to
to
that.
cross Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
Not to cross Fiji
Mm-hmm.
for the next 5 years in order for us to rebuild Fiji, back into normalcy again.
That is very true, and hopefully these disasters they calm down or they don't come at all, because the impact of that is felt through generations. And as you talked about cyclone or hurricane BB, you still remember it as if it was yesterday. That's how much of a scar it leaves on you. And
Mm-hmm.
Fiji has this mentality. Fiji's always had this family mentality where if something's happening in your household, whether it be a marriage or unfortunately a funeral, the whole community gets together and helps you as if the whole community was their own intermediate family. Now we are fortunate that the people of Fiji are spread around the globe. And with the technology and everything that's available to us, all the resources that's available to us, we can still have that feeling or that feeling of closeness in our family. Even though we are spread globally, we can still get together in times like this and help our brothers and sisters in Fiji get back on their feet and as soon as possible.
Nalin, my brother, and Sister Asia, like I said, one thing, there's a slogan that we always have, these things back in Fiji. Even to all Fijians, when you pass through, a house or some people are eating, the first word will come out from their mouth, like, my kana.
Kana, 100%.
My
I've
kana.
first-hand experienced that. Yes.
That's something, even like so little that they're having, they were willing to share.
Yes.
That is the slogan of all Fijians, my brother.
Amen to that. Yeah.
Like I said, because I've experienced these things growing up as a little boy. Like I said, I can go to, like I said, whatever settlement it may be, maybe a squatter settlement, maybe a Muslim settlement, whether it's a Itoke settlement, whatever it may be. We cross a path of a house, they're eating. Automatically, they will shout out, my kana kerkere, come.
Yes.
See, that word, it'll be still echo into every Fijian's heart today. Whether you are doing so well globally, wherever you are in North America, Canada, in the US, in England, wherever you are globally, that my kana is still there. Our brothers and sisters back home, that slogan is still there. What can we do to help out? How can we do to help out? And here is something our consul here in Vancouver, Mr. Nika has initiated, put together with a team of those from Washington D.C., our head office. This is commendable. Like I said, you know what? It doesn't have to be like $1,000. It doesn't have to be like $500. It doesn't have to be $200 or $100. Even $5. Every Canadian can Fijian Canadian, even in the low mainland here, about 80,000, can say no coffee for one day. You can say $5. Everybody put $5 in 80,000 people. Do the math. That itself,
400,000.
that's from $5, brother. $5 is all we need. Like I said, that is itself, like I said. And then, I believe that Mr. Nika and in DC, they're working with the federal government, trying to do a matching fund onto those monies. And that's something, like I said, it's clean, clear, truthful, transparent from their hands from there to the Fiji government, and let the Fiji government themselves do what they need to do, because they are on the ground. They know exactly what to be done. And then that's something that I believe that we can do the best we can do. Like I said, please, like I said, to all our tentative listeners right now into Bula Masti radio. Right now, like I said, I'm asking, like I said, $5, even like a child in the house for child packs. Like I said, they will be more than happy to the kids will tell them if they can donate. They will be happy. Said, mom and dad will give $5, even $10.
That is what he said about Maikana. It's our time to say to our brothers and sisters, Maikana, let's eat together. Let's share together.
Right.
Let's have that sharing. And Pastor, I know you are a very, very busy man. You have a very tight schedule all day, every day. We do appreciate you coming onto our show and talking about this and bringing back sweet memories of Fiji and the warmness that Fiji has. And Fiji needs that same reciprocating warmth from us now. Please help as much and as little as you can. Anything you can do. And do it with your thoughts and prayers. Do it with the good wishes that Fiji can get back to where it was. We keep saying Fiji the way the world should be, and it genuinely is true. And we'd also like to thank Bobby Niker, Honorable Bobby Niker, and Honorable Satyendra Prasad in Washington, D.C. They're putting on a great show. They're doing an amazing job, they and their team. They're doing a very commendable work to help raise awareness about what happened with TC Yasser and also how we can contribute to help them. Pastor, do you have any closing message for our listeners as we close this talk?
my brother, like I said, all I can say, like, the word always echoed towards us, all Fijians, kere kere,
Kere kere.
kere kere.
Sanjana.
To all Fijians are tuning in this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kere kere to all Fijians that are listening globally.
Mm-hmm.
Kere kere. Like, whatever you can do to help. Like I said, even a luni or tuni or even $5.
Yes,
Like I said,
absolutely.
you know what? That goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm asking you, like I said, please, like I said, open your heart, open your heart, and like, for our of our people back home. My Kana, they need Kana as well.
That's true.
We are like, we are living in, like, we're living in countries, like, we're so blessed, like North America, Canada, and the US and elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so blessed, like, and then, like I said, every Fijians can at least, like, give, like, something. Like I said, I'm pleading, and I'm asking you, like I said, in a Fijian hospitality, kere kere.
Kere
Let's
kere.
go. Let's
Vinaka.
put our hearts together. Let's
Mm-hmm.
put our resources together. Let's support the good cause that, has been, like, promoted by Honorable Nika and Honorable Satan, like, from DC. Like I said, let's support them, because then they can put it down to the Fiji government. The Fiji government, they know exactly what they've done, and we have heard the last 15 days of all the good work that they've been doing on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, what else we can ask for? Like I said, well, what we're asking for, like, right now, is please, kere kere, help out, in a GoFundMe program from here onward. Vinaka pakaliw.
Vinaka. And again, thank you everybody for listening, and please, kere kere, please do as much as you can. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Vinaka.
The road to recovery is long and will be challenging. Rebuilding Fiji will not be easy and cannot be done by just a handful of people. This is said to be the perfect storm that has affected remote areas of this beautiful nation, areas that were challenging to live in even without the aftermath of Cyclone Iyasa. Getting help to them is proving to be tedious and needs to be done safely. But just as friendly and humble people of Fiji are, we are also resilient and strong-willed. The cyclone may have tripped us, but will not keep us down. It cannot and will not extinguish our flame. We ask that you join in our pledge to rebuild this great nation, this peacekeeping and peace-loving nation. We are not asking 20 people to donate $1,000 each. What we do humbly request is that 20,000 people donate $1 each, along with your prayers and good wishes. Details on where and how to donate is in the link. Please join me in putting a smile back on our island paradise in the sun.
Thank you very much, viewers. We hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy and be safe.
Naka.